Sanibonani. Ninjani? Siyanamukela umcimbi wokwethweswa kweziqu ekolishi lezifundo zezempilo, ekolishi lezolimo, ezobunjiniyela, ezesayensi KwaZulu-Natal. Igama lami nginguThulani Wangena, ongumhleli wemicimbi yangokubudlelwano. Nginikezwe umsebenzi osingaze singeqolo ephathelene nalo mcimbi. Siyacela ukuba nisukume nonke nime ngesikhathi kungena inhlabaluhidi yezifundiso. Niphinde futhi nime ngenkathi seyiphuma. Abagunyaziwe futhi abaqinisekisiwe ngokusemthethweni kuphela abanemvumo yokuthwebula izithombe ngaphandle nangaphakathi kanye nokuqopha amavidiyo omcimbi. Sicela niqaphele ukuba umnyango wezokuthwebula nokukhiqiza uqoshiwe uyaligodla ilungelo lokusabalalisa nokusebenzisa zonke izithombe namavidiyo athathwe ngesikhathi somcimbi ezinkundleni zethu zokushicilela, ezikagesi kanye nezokuxhumana. Amavidiyo kanye nezithombe kungase kuthunyelwe nakwabezindaba. Akekho ovumeleke ukuthi aphume ehholo kuze kuphele umcimbi futhi sekuphume nenhlabaluhidi yezifundiso. Kuthathwa njengokungahloniphi nokungathobeli inqubo yomcimbi uphuma ungapheli wonke. Ekupheleni kwalo mcimbi sizocela niphume ngale ndlela. Kuzoqala inhlabaluhidi yezifundiswa, kulandele izifundiswa ezizothweswa iziqu, kugcine abazali nezivakashi. Uma kunengozi nesidingo sokuba kuphunywe ngokushesha, kuneminyango emine yokuphuma. Kuneyodwa ngakwesokunxele sami, eyodwa ngakwesokudla, isicabha esikhulu esingene ngaso, nesinye singemuva kwami. Niyameka ukuba nihlanganyele nathi ukucula icolo lesizwe ekupheleni komcimbi. Ngesikhathi kuculwa icolo lesizwe abesilisa kucela bakhumule iziqgoko. Sicela ukuba nicime umakhalekhukhwini. Bazali kanye nababekiwe, umcimbi wokwethweswa kweziqu nenhlonipho nesizotha empilweni yomfundi. Sicela ningezi esiteji nabathweswa iziqu ngoba lokho kubambezela uhlelo. Sicela nikugweme ukuhamba kumadla lobomvu ngesikhathi kulandwa izitifiketi ngoba lokho kuphazamisa umcimbi. Ngaphandle kwehholo kunetende lomcimbi la uzothola khona abathwebuli bomcimbi abasemthethweni. Abakwamazindla ekhaya photo studio bangabathwebuli bezithombe abagunyaziwe ngokusemthethweni abazothwebula izithombe zakho zasesiteji, esinomndeni kanye nesithombe sakho wedwa. Emuva komcimbi sicela uqinisekise ukuba uya entendeni yothwebula izithombe. Entendeni lomcimbi uzothola ne-UKZN information desk. Lapho khona ungabuza ngamavidiyo emicimbi emidala kanye nezithombe. Ungaletha khona nokutholile okulahlekile. Sicela niqaphele ukuthi ngesikhathi somcimbi itende lezithombe livaliwe. Ngeke uvunyelwe ukungena entendeni kuze kuphele umcimbi wokwethweswa iziqu. Sicela nikugweme nokusebenzisa abathwebuli abangagunyaziwe ngokusemthethweni. Sicela nazi nokuthi ividiyo yanamuhla izotholakala mahhala kwi-inthanethi emva kwey'nsuku ezintathu emva kokwethweswa kwakho iziqu. Imininingwane ngelinki izosatshalaliswa kuzona zonke izinkundla zokuxhumana zase-UKZN nasohlelweni lwezaziso lwase-UKZN. Bafundi abathweswa iziqu, niyacelwa ukuthi nihlale esihlalweni esinenombolo yakho obekelwe wena okwenza uhlelo lihambe ngendlela efanele. Sicela ningashintshisani ngezindawo. Unikezwe uqwembe unegama lakho, iziqu ozothweswa zona nenombolo yesihlalo sakho. Lolu qwembe lokufakaza ozobethula usulanda isitifiketi sakho. Sicela ukuba usayine ngemuva. Uhlelo lwasesiteji. Sicela ulalelesise. Uzongena esiteji ngakwesokudla sami, woza noqwembe nesivatho, ushiye isigqoko ngemuva. Uzonyuka umenduze kwepodium. Unikeze umemezelayo uqwembe, igama lakho lizomenyezelwa, ubuyiselwe uqwembe lwakho. Uma ngabe uthweswa iziqu, uzoqhubeka uye kushansela ozokwethweswa. Guqa ngedolo lakho langakwesokunxele, uthomise ikhanda kancane, yena uzobe sekuthinta kancane ekhanda. Sicela uqaphele ukuthi awuzithi ukuzo futhi umamatheke. uzothatha isithombe ngesikhathi wethweswa iziqu zakho. Sicele ubheke othwebula izithombe ozobe lapha ngemuva kwesiteji. Uma ngabe wethweswa idiploma, umphathi wekholeji lakho uzobe elindile eduze kwepodium. Uzowuthawula, mamatheke, ukuze kuthathwe esinye isithombe. Uzobe usuqhubekela kuzokwethweswa iziqu, unikeze umuntu, ujike, ubheke ibanga. Umamatheke ubathwebula abakulindele. Sicela wehle esiteji makusokucelesana, uzothola ithikithi kwabazindle ekhaya elinombolo yezithombe zakho zasesiteji. Sicela ugcine leli thikithi liphephile. Emuva kwalokho uzoletha ikhadi lakho lokuhlaliswa ukuze unikwe isitifiketi seziqu zakho. Uma sewuwele esihlalweni sakho, usungasigqoka isigqoko sakho ukusebenzela.
Parents, graduates, distinguished guests, a warm welcome to the graduation ceremony for the College of Health Sciences and the College of Agriculture, Engineering and Science. My name is Sally Frost. I'm the Public Relations Manager for the College of Agriculture, Engineering and Science. And I have the pleasant task of informing you of the housekeeping rules pertaining to this graduation ceremony. The congregation is invited to stand and remain standing whilst the academic procession enters and leaves the hall. Only officially authorized and accredited persons may record the ceremony or take pictures inside and outside of the venue. Please note that our photography and production department reserves the right to distribute and use all images and videos taken during the graduation ceremonies in our print, electronic, and social media platforms. These videos and images may also be distributed to the external media. No person may leave the hall until the conclusion of the ceremony. It is considered disrespectful and a breach of protocol to leave before the entire ceremony is over. At the conclusion of the ceremony, please note that the procession will exit the hall first, followed by the graduates, and then the guests. If there is an emergency or evacuation, there are 4 exit points to use. There's the main entrance at the back. There is the other entrance at the back, there's an entrance to my right, and there's another entrance to my left. You are invited to join in the singing of the national anthem. During the singing of the anthem, please stand and men are requested to remove their headgear. Kindly ensure that all cell phones are switched off or set to silent until the conclusion of the ceremony. Guests and parents, graduation is a solemn and dignified occasion in the life of a student. Kindly refrain from joining graduates on stage as it slows down the academic process. Please also refrain from walking in the aisle during the certificate collection process as it disrupts the ceremony. Outside of the hall, there is a graduation marquee where you will find the official graduation photographer. Mazidlekaya Photo Studio is the official photographer for your stage, family, and single portraits. After the ceremony, please ensure that you make your way to the marquee for your photographs. In the marquee, you will also find the UKZN information desk, where you can inquire about previous graduation DVDs or photos. You can also hand in or collect any lost and found items. Please note that during the graduation ceremony, the photography marquee is strictly closed. You will not be allowed to access the marquee until the end of the ceremony. Please also refrain from using any non-official photographers. Please note that today's ceremony will be available for free download 3 days after your graduation. The link will be shared on all UKZN social media platforms and on the UKZN notice system once the video is uploaded. Graduates, please pay attention to the following information. You have been given a seat card with your name, degree, and seat number on it. Kindly note that you need to be seated in the seat allocated to you, as it has a seat number specifically for you, which then ensures that you are streamlined through the process effectively. Please do not swap seats. Please take note that your seat card serves as a receipt of your degree certificate, so keep it with you and do not lose it. During the stage process, the following will happen. You will enter the stage up the ramp from my right. Take your name card and your hood and leave your mortarboard behind on your seat. You will come up the ramp, stand by the podium on my right, hand over your card, your name will be read out, and then you collect your card from the dean. If you have been awarded a degree, you then proceed to the Chancellor who will cap you. The Chancellor sits in this chair behind me. During the capping process, please kneel in front of the Chancellor with your left knee, bow slightly, and the Chancellor will tap you lightly on your head. Please note, don't block your face and smile for the camera. There will be a cameraman behind you. A photograph will be taken on stage at the time of the capping, so please make sure you look at the photographer. If you are receiving a postgraduate diploma, you will not kneel before the Chancellor, but your DVC will be standing next to the podium. You will nod your head slightly to the DVC and pose for the photograph. Whether you are receiving a degree or a postgraduate diploma, after this, you will proceed behind me to the hooding master, who will be standing here on my left. You hand over your hood to the hooding master, you face the congregation, and you smile. To the cameras over there behind the audience, this is your last moment to get your graduation photo on stage. Once you have been hooded, you make your way down the left-hand side of the stage. You walk around the audience through the roped area to receive your degree certificate. You will be given a ticket from Mazidlekaya Photo Studio team with your stage picture number on it. Please keep this for future reference to claim your stage pictures. You will then hand your seating card to one of the staff on the left-hand side where they are seated, and in return they will give you your degree or diploma certificate. You then walk around the back of the hall, back to your seat, and you may now put on your headgear as you have officially earned it. Will the congregation please rise?
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I constitute this congregation of the University of KwaZulu-Natal. Please be seated.
UKZN Chancellor Dr. Ruel Khoza, Chair of UKZN Council Dr. Letitia Moja, members of the UKZN Council, members of Senate, Vice Chancellor and Principal Professor Nana Poku, members of the Executive Management, members of the Convocation Executive, members of the Student Representative Council, graduates, parents, guardians, and family members, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Sanibonani nonke. Igama lami nguBusincama. I'm the Deputy Vice Chancellor and Head of College of Health Sciences. It's my singular honor and privilege to stand here today during what is undoubtedly a momentous occasion for many in this hall. Today, dozens of graduates will walk across the stage to be conferred degrees. That walk across the stage will mark the culmination of a long journey characterized by sleepless nights and hard work. We recognize that for many of the graduates, these ceremonies stand for something bigger, not only for themselves, but for their families and communities as well. We know that some of you are the first to graduate from your families. And for many families, this moment is a shot at breaking the chains of poverty. It is befitting that these ceremonies are being held in spring, as they too bring a promise of new beginnings, renewal, and hope for a better tomorrow. It is this reason that we allow celebrations that have come to characterize our graduation ceremonies at UKZN. The tears of joy are a reminder of the many hurdles that you've had to overcome, while the joyous celebrations tell the story of hope. During the spring graduation, we are conferring a total of 981 undergraduate and 739 postgraduate degrees. Of these, 206 are doctoral degrees. I think that deserves a round of applause. Thank you. We are particularly proud of the achievements of the 16 students with disabilities, 6 of whom completed postgraduate degrees. As a university that strives for greatness and excellence, we are also elated that 27 students are graduating cum laude and summa cum laude at this spring graduation. An interrogation of the numbers for this graduation reveals the strides we are making in transforming the student profile. For example, 57% of the graduates at this graduation are women. Thank you. A figure which is consistent with that of the same period last year. These figures are also consistent with the enrollment figures for 2021, which show that 59% of women had entered for various programs. While the figures are impressive, what is not lost to many of us is the fact that this cohort of students who are graduating here today studied under some of the most challenging conditions as the country was gripped by the COVID-19 pandemic and related lockdown restrictions. I must express gratitude to students and to the academic and support staff who ensured that teaching and learning continued despite the difficult circumstances at the time. It would also be remiss for me not to thank the SRCs in our college especially for having worked together with management in various fundraising activities, ensuring that no academically deserving student was excluded. Despite all the challenges we faced, UKZN continued to excel in various fields and cemented its position as one of the leading research-intensive universities in the country and in the continent. A report by the Department of Higher Education and Training released in April 2022 ranked UKZN first out of 26 South African universities for the number of research outputs in 2020. This was as the university increased its output from 2,286.1 units in 2019 to 2,402.4 units in 2020, representing a total share of 11% in the overall sector units. Our standing as one of the leading universities is also confirmed by various World University rankings. Last year, UKZN was listed in the ranking range 351 to 400 in the Times Higher Education World University Rankings. In April 2022, the Center for World University Rankings published rankings that placed UKZN in the top 2.5% out of 19,788 universities worldwide. It's interesting to note that in the same CWUR rankings, UKZN was placed at 361 in the employability ranking. Increasing the employability of our graduates is one of our key focus areas. We are encouraged by the favorable rankings in this regard. Through continued linkages and partnerships with industry, we are improving on our targets with regards to employability of our graduates. We, however, also work hard to prepare students for the world of entrepreneurship as we realize that many of you will be venturing into business. To all the students here, especially those getting their undergraduate degrees. Today, you join our impressive list of alumni. We hope you will continue contributing to the university as our alumni. Most importantly, we want you to fly the UKZN flag high in whatever role you will be embarking on next, be it postgraduate studies, be it in business or in the workplace. At this point, let me thank all our graduates' parents, guardians, spouses, partners, and families. We recognize the many sacrifices that they had to make on this journey that you were taking. Many families have had to use all the resources they had invested in ensuring that the dream of an education is realized. Equally important is the emotional support that families continue to give to our students. These sacrifices are not going unnoticed, and we are grateful to each and every one of you. With those, I welcome you all and wish you a successful and a memorable ceremony. I thank you. Please enjoy the graduation ceremony of UKZN. Thank you.
Kancane sekusele kancane, kancane sizophumelela ho sekusele kancane, sekusele kancane, kancane sizophumelela. Kancane sekusele kancane, kancane sizophumelela. Sekuseduze kancane, kancane sizophumelela. Chair of UKZN Council, Dr. Letitia Moja, members of the UKZN Council, members of Senate, Vice Chancellor and Principal, Professor Nana Poku, members of the Executive Management, members of the Convocation Executive led by President Dr. Qiniso Mlitha, members of the Student Representative Council led by President Malusi Zuma, parents, distinguished guests. Standing before you is Pelele Madondo, the Secretary General of the SRC in this university. Ladies and gentlemen, I reserve special greetings for graduates whom we are celebrating here today. This is indeed a special occasion not only for the graduates but for all of us in this hall. As the SRC of UKZN, we are proud to be at this graduation ceremony, and in an event that many of us will cherish and remember for a long time. Graduation ceremonies are always special because they serve as a reward at the end of a long academic journey. The attainment of university degree is not only proof of the dedication that students put into their study, but also of their resilience and fighting spirit. This is especially true for those who are graduating today, many of whom studied under strenuous conditions because of COVID-19. I am certain that there are times when some of you might have wanted to give up. We are glad you persevered and overcome all the obstacles to make it here. This is also a moment of immense pride and joy for the parents, guardians, friends, and family members. These are the people who provide the much-needed support during this academic journey, which tends to be stressful and even lonely at times. We are where we are today because of this support we receive from our families and communities. Many of us look to the day when we will graduate and use our skills and knowledge attained to better the lives of others. We are more than confident that the education you received at this university has shaped you into better people who are better prepared for the fast-changing and demanding world outside. UKZN influence does not inspire greatness only inside UKZN premises. However, it inspires greatness entirely and nationwide. Most of the great and respected leaders and former leaders of this country emanated from this university. The cultivation is continuous as we continue to produce great and capacitated leaders empowered with quality education. For example, out of 44 SRC members of this beloved university entirely, about 60% of them are postgraduate students and still furthering their studies with excellency. UKZN is the harvest of the crop of the cream. Impela inyuvesi enkulu yakwaZulu iyimboni ekhiqiza lokhu okuphezulu ekhekheni. And sizoloku siqhubekile nje sibagqilazile, sibakhombisile futhi indlela entsha yokwenza izinto nokubona izinto. So abathathe ama notes wonke ama universities afunde kwi matter of all graduation. You can judge that by the nature and feeling of our graduation ceremonies. Also, our qualifications are a reflection of our graduation ceremonies. I am not saying that we shall not go out and seek for employment opportunities. However, I believe as the graduates of this institution, we are more than capable. Let us go and create job opportunities instead. Impela nje kusifanele ukuba abaqashi nabaphathi bezimboni nezinkampani ezisungulwe yithi neziranwa yithi. So asiphumeni siyozamana ukuthi more than ukuthi sifune amathuba omsebenzi but kube yithina isicreate amathuba omsebenzi. Beyond these gates, let us form joint forces and help one another to prosper. Okokugcina, singakhohlwa yilapho sivela khona, sibuye sijeqeze emuva lapho siphuma khona, selule isandla sibe usizo oludingakalayo emphakathini nakuyo imbala lenyuvesi esikuyona. As the UKZN SRC, we wish you all the best. Thank you.
The molecular epidemiology of antibiotic-resistant E. coli from an intensive pig production system in KwaZulu-Natal province, South Africa. Supervisors, Professor S.Y. Isak and Dr. D.G. Amoako, Dr. L.K. Abia Akebe, and Dr. L.A. Bester. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Abdallah Shima El Tayeb Abdul Wahab the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
An evaluation model for mobile health systems application in the developing world, a Ghanaian case study. Supervisors, Professor M. Mars and Professor R.E. Scott. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Adote Delova Michael Ni Adote the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Informed consent in traditional medicine practice in Africa, a comparative study between KwaZulu-Natal province, South Africa, and Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria. Professor S.C. Chima. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Akpa Inyang Francis Fabian the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Comparative efficacy of interferential therapy, bronchodilators, and body positioning on airway reversibility, asthma control, and the quality of life of patients with bronchial asthma, a randomized controlled trial. Supervisor, Professor S.S. Marhaj. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Awolola Njola Oledejo the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Testing deficits in behavioral planning and working memory in children with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Supervisors, Professor B.J. Pillay and Professor J.A. Mayer. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Boshomane Shikani Theodore the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Investigating the prevalence of influenza A virus and other RNA viruses in saliva samples of backyard swine in KwaZulu-Natal province of South Africa. Supervisor, Professor M.L. Gordon. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Chauhan Ravendra Pratap Singh the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Development of a community-based healthcare clinical training model for undergraduate physiotherapy students at the University of KwaZulu-Natal. Professors, Supervisors, Professor V. Chetty and Professor S.E. Cobbing. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on our staff member, Chamane Nomzano Charity Tobekile, the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Advocating for action to promote implementation of the United Nations Conventions on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities in Namibia. Supervisors, Professor P. Govender and Professor D. Naido. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Chibaya Guarega the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dual target approach against Mycobacterium tuberculosis, a combinational computational perspective. Supervisors, Dr. H.M. Kumalo and Dr. N.N. Mslongo. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Ejalonibo Murtala Adegbola the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Evaluation of the addition of Moringa oleifera as a nutritional supplement on the anthropometric, viral load, and CD4 counts of adult HIV patients on antiretroviral therapy in Nigeria. Supervisor, Professor N. Galeni. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Gambo Aisha the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. The effect of organic cation transporter protein-mediated interaction between metformin and anti-tubercular drugs on metformin pharmacokinetics and efficacy. Supervisors, Professor P.M.O. Owira and Dr. J.H. Adamson. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Govender Katya the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Cytomegalovirus pneumonitis in infants in KwaZulu-Natal, South Africa, and compartmentalization in the lung. Supervisor, Professor R. Parbusing. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Govender Kerusha the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. The burden of chronic low back pain among adults presenting at selected public hospitals in KwaZulu-Natal, a hospital-based study. Supervisor, Professor T.G. Ginidza. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Kahere Morris the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Investigating the utilization of community health workers in rendering HIV services in KwaZulu-Natal, South Africa. Supervisors, Professor T.P. Mashamba Thompson and Dr. E.E. Lutke. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Kumalo Guguletu Eve the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Congratulations. Developing and evaluating the CREST anti-doping protocol. Supervisor, Professor R. Naidu. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Kirsten Tanuj the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Investigating the effects of highly antiretroviral therapy and tenofovir disoproxil fumarate silver nanoparticle conjugates on the prefrontal cortex and hippocampal activity in streptomycin-induced diabetic Sprague-Dowley rats. Supervisors, Dr. C.O. Rennie, Dr. E.C.S. Naidu, and Dr. O.O. Azu. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Lawal Sodiq Kolawole the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Generation and characterization of infectious molecular clones of transmitted founder HIV-1 subtype C viruses. Supervisors, Professor P.T. Ndungu and Dr. J.K. Mann. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Lutuli Brilliant Bonisile the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Investigation on the prevalence of traumatic experiences among Zimbabwean immigrants and how the migration process and losses they experience results into stressful psychological acculturation and behavior change. Supervisor, Dr. K. Naidu. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Madzamba Rowan the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. The potential of broadly neutralizing monoclonal antibodies for HIV-1 prevention and cure. Supervisors, Professor P.T. Ndungu and Dr. K. Gounder. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Mandidzvo Tawanda the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Cervicovaginal and systemic impact of DMPA-IM and NET-EN in women at high risk of HIV infection. Supervisors, Dr. L. McKinnon, Dr. S. Nkapu, and Dr. A. Sivro. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on an emerging researcher staff member, Molatlegi Refilwe Pemelelo, the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Translation of the National Treatment Adherence Policy for Diabetes and Hypertension, Non-Communicable Diseases in KZN Province. Supervisor, Dr. O.H. Mohammed. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Mthethwa Jimmy Mfanimpela the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. The impact of nitrogen oxides and particulate matter exposure on infant lung function development. Supervisors, Professor N.R. Naidu and Professor P.M. Jina. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Mutu Shina the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Epidemiology, evolution, diagnosis, and management of phenotypic and genotypic discordant susceptibility results of rifampicin in Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Supervisor, Professor K.P. Mlisana. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Velasi Nomondo Rita the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Psychosocial factors and trauma in Rwandese refugees living in Lusaka, Zambia. Supervisor, Professor B.J. Pillay. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Mwambe Victor the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Investigating the role of innate lymphoid cells in high-fat diet-induced prediabetes. Supervisors, Professor B.B. Nkambule and Dr. P.V. Zluzla. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on one of our emerging researchers and staff member, Mqingwa Vuyuletu, the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Understanding the burden of cleft lip palate in KwaZulu-Natal, the epidemiology and the genetic etiology. Supervisor, Professor C.M. Aldous. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Naika Thirona the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Effects of nano-delivery systems for highly active antiretroviral therapy in an animal model, testicular and toxicity implications. Supervisor, Dr. O.O. Azu. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on a staff member, Naidu Edwin Coleridge Stephen, the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Exploring how cultural norms associated with sexuality and masculinity influence sexual behavior among Black South African male students at university. Supervisors, Dr. M.L.H. Mobaso and Professor M. Taylor. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Nkwanyana Sina Kekelwe Kanyisila the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Congratulations. Molecular modeling and molecular modeling and design of novel anti-TB drugs against essential enzymes involved in the peptidoglycan biosynthesis. Supervisors, Professor H.G. Kruger, Professor G.M. Maguire, and Professor T. Naika. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Ntombela Tandukushle the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. The impact of fixed dose combination compared to the triple therapy on the metabolic complications associated with antiretroviral therapy in HIV-1 positive patients attending antiretroviral clinic at St. Joseph's Hospital in Maseru, Lesotho. Supervisor, Professor P.M.O. Owira. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Yane Insoaki Ana the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Novel thiodiazole and pyrazole derivatives as potential anti-cancer agents, design, synthesis, and spectral characterization. Supervisors, Professor R. Kapurmat and Professor W.E. Van Zyl. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Obakachi Vincent Adiza the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Congratulations. Interpretation of emergency CT scans in trauma, surgeon versus radiologist. Supervisor, Dr. T.C. Hardcastle. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Parag Priyashini the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Molecular epidemiology of salmonella in poultry from farm to fork in the Umgungundlovu district, KwaZulu-Natal, South Africa. Supervisors, Professor S.Y. Isak, Dr. D.G. Amoako, Dr. L.K. Abia Akebe, and Dr. L.A. Bester. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Ramthahal Melissa Afton the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. An analysis of the process of development of advanced practice nurse role in 3 selected provinces in South Africa. Supervisor, Professor B.R. Bengu. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Shangase Nomdumiso Cecilia the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. The development of an informational counseling guideline for audiologists working with families of children newly diagnosed with permanent childhood hearing loss in South Africa. Supervisor, Dr. Al Joseph. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on a staff member, Shezi Zandile Marilyn, the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Effect of sedentariness and eating habits on health-related fitness amongst university students in Swaziland. Supervisor, Professor J.M. Grace. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Tafirei Cecil Gabriel Simbarashe the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Congratulations. Evaluating human resources for eye health in KwaZulu-Natal and developing a human resource framework for suitable for the NHI. Supervisors, Professor K.P. Mashige and Professor K.S. Naidu. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on a staff member, Tulu Zamodonda Nokutula, the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree of Master of Audiology, Hasna Mohammed.
I confer upon you the degree Master of Audiology. Congratulations.
Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree of Master of Health Sciences, Christopher Dorasami.
I bestow upon you the degree Master of Health Sciences. Congratulations.
Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree of Master of Medical Science, Nonjabulo Purit Kwala.
I bestow upon you the degree Master of Medical Science. Congratulations.
Blessing Wisdom EK. Riona Indur. Neshika Jiwaranja. Azra Khan. Sontanga Chris Manyana. Cum laude. Simpiwe Ntoi. Slindelo Mposula. Fuluwelo Tsanamo Netintangani. Nosipho Ntanzi. Omatayo Rebecca Otunula. Vivi Mokotladi Pasha. Anya Supersad. Tandega Smith. Derek Kalala Chabuila. Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree of Master of Medicine in Anesthetics, Ifan Adam.
I confer upon you the degree Master of Medicine in Anesthetics. Congratulations.
Prativa Superkas. Leanne Temlet. Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree of Master of Medicine in Cardiothoracic Surgery, Miniash Hebesh.
I confer upon you the degree Master of Medicine in Cardiothoracic Surgery. Congratulations.
Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree of Master of Medicine in Family Medicine, Adam Conrad Asker.
I confer upon you the degree Master of Medicine in Family Medicine. Congratulations.
Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree of Master of Medicine in Nuclear Medicine, Tazmira Ibrahim.
I confer upon you the degree Master of Medicine in medicine, nuclear medicine. Thank you. Congratulations.
Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree of Master of Medicine in Obstetrics and Gynecology, Upka Badram Gungu Pusat.
I confer upon you the degree of Master of Medicine in Obstetrics and Gynecology. Congratulations.
Pavan Krishendot.
Congratulations.
Sanele Mbuyisa.
Congratulations.
Fidelis Imeka Obidike. Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree of Master of Medicine in Pediatric and Child Health, Emma Clarence.
I confer upon you the degree Master of Medicine in Pediatrics and Child Health. Congratulations.
Olisiwe Letitia Jingli.
Congratulations.
Fortunate Nonhlanhla Langa.
Congratulations.
Preshen Ramadou.
Congratulations.
Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree of Master of Medicine in Psychiatry, Sean Robert Hain.
I confer upon you the degree Master of Medicine in Psychiatry. Congratulations.
Tembega Portia Machoba.
Congratulations.
Lindiwe Precious Kaba. Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree of Master of Medicine in Radiology, Praniel Benihadillo.
I confer upon you the degree Master of Medicine in Radiology.
Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree of Master of Medicine in Surgery, Mark Ivan Jali.
I confer upon you the degree of Master of Medicine in Surgery. Congratulations.
Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree of Master of Nursing, Peggy Matlo.
I confer upon you the degree of Master of Nursing.
Anna Nobuhle Mncube. Mpai Patricia Putswa. Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree of Master of Nursing in Mental Health, Senta Nkanzi.
I confer upon you the degree Master of Nursing in Mental Health.
Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree of Master of Optometry, Sarali Puta, cum laude.
I confer upon you the degree of Master of Optometry, cum laude. Congratulations.
Tembile Zikali. Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree of Master of Public Health, Janusha Balmith.
I confer upon you the degree of Master of Public Health. Congratulations.
Rashina Duki. Nombulelo Tombifuti Hadele. Nombuso Nogutula Jila. Gladness Clementine Nomusa Mkwanazi. Daisy Teresa Monareng. Tobegile Joyce Mpembe. Matabo Lucia Ndumo. Alicia Nandi Kasson. Sinegugu Shongwe. Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree of Master of Sports Science, Chandishra Jukath, cum laude.
I confer upon you the degree Master of Sports Science, obtained cum laude. Congratulations.
Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree of Bachelor of Medical Science Honors in Human Anatomy, Ketelo Mkanje.
I confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Medical Science Honors in Human Anatomy.
Buhle sivuyise Songo. Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree of Bachelor of Audiology, Nolwazi Busisiwe Mtembu.
I confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Audiology. Congratulations.
Ashwarya Narothan. Mankaleme Silapa. Zamahlase Ketiwe Chosen Sibisi.
Congratulations.
Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree of Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery. Tasmia Ahmad.
I confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery.
Zameka Tulezobonga Tebekul. Sizipiwe Dlulane. Wendy Mbali Koko. Hlobisile Nkanyezi owethu Mhlophe. Mweliseni Khoza. Sinako konke Khoza. Dean Malcolm Kleinboy. Mqubeko Duduzi Langa. Mujo Filipina Lisala. Lubindi Fulupel. Lusanda Whitney Makwenyane. Mlungisi Hopewell Mazibuko. Sipesihle Nomfundo Mbatha. Zekhethelwe Busisiwe Mbhele. Nonsindiso Nokwanda Mdlalose. Lungsani Mdlecha. Mpumelelo Sizo Mkhumbuzi. Thandwa Inkosi Mkhwanazi. Sanele Fortune Nzele. Noluthando Nokubusa Ndlela. Simo Senkosi Ngwenya. Amanda Nono Mlambo. Spo Kuhle Njabulo Nduli. Hashim Rasul. Ashil Sanpesat. Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree of Bachelor of Nursing, Laken Jenali Pretorius.
I confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Nursing.
Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree of Bachelor of Occupational Therapy, Nombuso, Nonguleko, Nomatamsang, Mahlase.
I confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Occupational Therapy.
Chancellor, I have the honor Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree of Bachelor of Optometry, Spelele Madlal.
I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Optometry. Congratulations.
Phumelele Celiwe Mtolo. Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree of Bachelor of Speech Language Pathology, Shanice Govender.
I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Speech Language Pathology. Congratulations.
Tabiso Mike Gumede.
Congratulations.
Ntombi futhi Thoko Mpungose. Jasmika Naidu. Bongiwe Takasile Njangase. Caitlin Zoe Pillay.
Congratulations.
Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree of Bachelor of Medical Science, Ntando Handsome Kunu.
I confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Medical Science.
Amanda Mtalani. Tobeka Ellen Sibia. Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree of Bachelor of Sports Science, Raisa Abdullah.
I confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Sports Science. Congratulations.
Londeka Xolo. Deputy Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree of postgraduate diploma in occupational health. Thabo Elias Malek.
A theoretical study of the chemical reactivity, properties, spectroscopy, and biological activity of plant flavonoids for drug delivery. Supervisor, Dr. T. Singh. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Eric Oluwafasayo Akintemi the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer upon you the degree Doctor of Philosophy.
a framework for modeling the interactions between biochemical reactions and inorganic ionic reactions in aqueous systems. Supervisor, Professor D. Lockhart. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Christopher J. Brookhart the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Resource allocation in non-orthogonal multiple access schemes for 5G and beyond. Supervisor, Professor T.M. Walingo. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Simon Kariuki Shegi the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. The stratigraphy and geological evolution of coastal water bodies along the northeastern KwaZulu-Natal coast, Lake St. Lucia, Richards Bay Harbor, and Causey Bay. Supervisor, Professor A.N. Green. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Nonkululeko Nozipho Dladla the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Plasmon as a mechanism to improve performance of bulk heterojunction organic solar cells. Supervisor, Professor G.T. Mola. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Wiseman Mpilo Dlamini the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. The morphological characterization, chemical composition, and biological activity of Valeria albostellata acanthaceae. Supervisors, Professor Y. Naidu and Professor Y. H. Dewar and Professor Mogi Singh. Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Sarisha Gangaram. Ex-ante demand assessment of human excreta recovery and reuse in agriculture. Supervisors, Professor E.W. Zagay and Professor A.O. Adindo. Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Simon Guara. Design of an inverter for 10 megawatt solar power plant to be connected to the grid. Supervisor, Dr. R. Pillay Karpanen and Professor D.G. Dorrell. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Matthew Habarimana the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. The effects of traveling ionospheric disturbances of superdan near-range echoes. Supervisors, Professor M.J. Kosh and Dr. J.E. Stevenson. Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Alekrians Haidutushi. Breeding for high leaf yield and minerals content in Gynandropsis gynandra. Supervisors, Professor J. Sibia and Professor E.G. Arkigan Dako. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Aristide Carlos Hodegbi the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Fixed point theory in various generalized metric type spaces. Supervisors, Dr. V.S. Singh and Dr. P. Singh. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Thokozani Cyprian Martin Jele the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Modeling and estimation of scattering, attenuation, and scintillation effects on optical wireless communication systems in South Africa. Supervisor, Professor T.J. Ofulo and Dr. M. Mosalosi. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Olabamideli Olenrewaju Kolowole the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Exact Einstein and high curvature astrophysical models. Supervisor, Professor S. Hansraj. Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Daniel Deva Prakasham Krupanandan. Pharmaceuticals and personal care products in the eThekwini Metropolitan Municipality environment. Supervisors, Professor S.P. Jonalagada and Professor B.S. Matinsi. Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Tolulope Ibukan Lawrence. Crocodile meal diets as a potential for replacement of fish meal protein in commercial production of Mozambique tilapia. Supervisors, Professor S. Mukaratira and Dr. G.C. O'Brien. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Rendani Winnie Lutata Razwizi the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Factors affecting the persistence of African crowned eagles, Stephanotis coronatus, in an urban mosaic landscape in KwaZulu-Natal province, Southern Africa. Supervisors, Professor C.T. Downs and Dr. M.M. Zungu. Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Mfundu Sibonkankoka Maseko. Estimating and monitoring the phenological cycle of brackenfirm Pteridium aquilinum using remote sensing. Supervisor, Professor O. Mutanga. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Trilly Nayasha Matanengra the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. The effect of metal nanocomposites on the performance of thin film organic solar cells. Supervisor, Professor G.T. Mola. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Zolani Goodboy Mbuyisi the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. An effective public procurement model for construction, Small, Medium, and Micro Enterprises in South Africa, Supervisor Professor T.C. Hopt. Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Thulani Alfred Ndadani. Quasi-redundant calibration of 21 centimeter instruments with application to hydrogen epoch of reionization array simulation. Supervisor Professor Y. Ma. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Mthokosizi Subisisu Mdalozi the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Integrating local indigenous knowledge and geographical information system in mapping flood vulnerability at Quarry Road, West Informal Settlement in Durban, KwaZulu-Natal. Professor U.M. Naidu and Professor O. Mutanga. Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Garikai Martin Membeli. High-order Hermite's collocation method for partial differential equations. Supervisors, Dr. N. Parumasar and Dr. P. Singh. Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Ngeniseli Grace Zanele Mkize. Aspects of monitoring wild and captive Nile crocodile, Crocodilus niloticus, populations in southern Africa. Supervisors, Professor C.T. Downs and Professor S.M. Whitbourne. Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Hendrik Albert Myberg. A comprehensive investigation of existing sanitation helmet enumeration methods with the aim of producing an international standard. Supervisor, Dr. C.E. Archer. Chancellor, I request you to confer on Danika Naidu the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. The role of agricultural extension and land care policy in building farmer capacity to manage natural resources. The case of land care programs in KwaZulu-Natal, South Africa. Supervisors, Professor S.H. Worth. Chancellor, I have the pleasure to present to you for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Sitembiso Ndlela. Local and landscape drivers of avian diversity facets in the naturally fragmented southern mist-belt forests of KwaZulu-Natal and Eastern Cape, South Africa. Supervisors, Professor C.T. Downs, Dr. Y.C. Ellis-Smith, and Dr. D.A. Ellis-Smith. Chancellor, I have the pleasure to present to you for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Samokaliswe Princess Ngobo. Landscape transformation and habitat fragmentation, setting the playing field for global change drivers. Supervisors, Professor M.S. Prusius. Chancellor, I have the pleasure to present to you for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Nazipi Kayakazi Nshanga. The application of deep learning for remote sensing of soil organic carbon stocks distribution in South Africa. Supervisors Professor O. Mutanga and Professor J. O. Odindo. Chancellor, I have the pleasure to present to you for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Omasalewe Olamidi Odebiri. Tuberculosis diagnosis from pulmonary chest X-ray using deep learning. Supervisor, Professor S. Veriri. Chancellor, I have the pleasure to present to you for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Mustafa Alayemi Oloko Oba. Reliability study under the smart grid paradigm using computational intelligent techniques and renewable energy sources. Supervisor, Professor D.G. Dorrell. Chancellor, I have the pleasure to present to you for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Adeni Kahindi Onaolapo. Aspects of the ecology and persistence of vervet monkeys in mosaic urban landscapes in KwaZulu-Natal, South Africa. Supervisor, Professor C.T. Downs. Chancellor, I have the pleasure to present to you for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Kurishka Robin Pillay. Gastrointestinal nematode infestation, goat performance, and nutritionally related blood metabolites of Xhosa lop-eared does foraging in grassland and forestland vegetation types. Supervisors, Professor M. Chimonyo and Dr. M.C. Marufu. Chancellor, I have the pleasure to present to you for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Luxolo Kokweni. Transformational adaptation, the community ecosystems-based adaptation assemblage in KwaZulu-Natal, South Africa. Supervisor, Dr. A.P. Nell. Chancellor, I have the pleasure to present to you for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Sarisha Ramanand. A mathematical study of convective instabilities in multi-component rotating fluids. Supervisors, Professor P. Sabanda and Dr. O.A.L. Norelden and Dr. S.P. Gogo. Chancellor, I have the pleasure to present to you for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Munyoradadzi Rudziva. Synthesis and characterization of graphene-based nanocomposites for polymer solar cells and flexible electronic circuit applications. Supervisors, Professor V.O. Nayamori and Professor B.S. Matinsi. Chancellor, I have the pleasure to present to you for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Hassan Oriyomi Shoyiga. Detecting and mapping forest nutrient deficiencies, eucalyptus variety, Eucalyptus grandis X, and Eucalyptus eurofolia trees in KwaZulu-Natal, South Africa. Supervisors Professor O. Matanga and Professor P. Alma from Goya and Dr. K.Y. Pirbai. Chancellor, I have the pleasure to present to you for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Leet Singh. New approaches to the determination of minor frictional losses in irrigational systems. Supervisor Dr. A. Senzanji and Dr. G. Lagowell. Chancellor, I have the pleasure to present to you for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Dayton Tagwi. Developing pre-breeding tools for the miracle plant, Syncypalum, Dalsifisum, Shumac, and Thon. Implications for genomic selection strategies optimization. Supervisors, Professor J. Sibia and Professor E.G.A.D. Ashikandako. Chancellor, I have the pleasure to present to you for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Dedo Apocalypse Chokponhoi. Pre-breeding Sesamum indicum for improved yield and oil quality and quantity in Ethiopia. Supervisor, Professor H.A. Shimelis. Chancellor, I have the pleasure to present to you for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Desawi Drew Teklu. Statistical modeling of acute HIV infection from a cohort of high-risk individuals in South Africa. Supervisors, Professor S.F. Malesi, Professor H.G. Mwambi, and Dr. D.G. Ayeli. Chancellor, I have the pleasure to present to you for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Ashinafi Argo Yirga. Phase equilibria studies on chemical mixtures encountered in the natural gas industry. Supervisors, Professor P. Naidu, Dr. W.M. Nelson, and Dr. K. Mudley. Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Paul Svarwanda. Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree of Master of Agriculture, Nonchle Ntobeku.
I confer upon you the degree of Master of Agriculture.
Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree of Master of Science, Barbara Chisikoriwe.
I confer upon you the degree Master of Science.
Londiwe Zola Dlamini. Tsitsi Dube. Luke Gaza. Lungile Rencha Hadebe, cum laude.
I confer to you the degree cum laude.
Fanele Sibonge Samkele Shlabisa, cum laude.
The degree is conferred cum laude. Congratulations.
Kodani Kaku. Krishani Kiston. Adela Madri. Namaswazi Charity Madonsela. Amanda Sinenshlanchla Mbele. Tembeka Rachel Mshlongo. Muziwandile Nhlakanipu Mlondo. Kimara Mudli. Nokukanya Fundiswa Mtembu. Javen Munsami. Sandile Padiachi Mzolo, cum laude.
The degree is conferred cum laude.
Jeron Naika. Kavisha Naika, summa cum laude.
Very well done. The degree is conferred summa cum laude. Congratulations.
Kirsty Arisha Naika, cum laude.
Very well done. The degree is conferred cum laude.
Saraswati Swarupini Naidu.
Congratulations.
Lindiwe Nkabani.
Congratulations.
Spalele Wilson Ntombela, cum laude.
The degree is conferred cum laude. Well done. Congratulations.
Sipo Ntonta.
Congratulations.
Ntombi Nkosi Promise Nkumalu.
Congratulations.
Sibonelo Nzama, cum laude.
Degree conferred cum laude. Congratulations.
Carla Bianca Peterson.
Congratulations.
Tristan Reese Pillay. Samkelo Radebe.
Congratulations.
Reshika Ramasa, cum laude.
The degree is conferred cum laude. Well done. Congratulations.
Damini Sanjay Haridat Ramklawan.
Congratulations.
Suveshni Reddy. Alexandra Taylor Rue, cum laude.
The degree is conferred cum laude. Congratulations.
Kagogelu Tobajani. Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree of Master of Science in Agriculture, Balungile Precious Dulisa.
I confer upon you the degree Master of Science in Agriculture.
Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree of Master of Science in Engineering, Sabelo Kuniso Buthelezi.
I confer upon you the degree Master of Science in Engineering. Congratulations.
Matthew Liam de Klerk, summa cum laude.
The degree is conferred summa cum laude. Well done.
Gogani Jefta Gogani, cum laude.
The degree is conferred cum laude.
Kujvina Gokul.
Congratulations.
Zaninzi Kachane.
Congratulations.
Rushil Kusun.
Congratulations.
Lavashan Kupan. Fatima Musa, cum laude.
The degree is conferred cum laude. Congratulations.
Ellen Tafadzwa Mutsakatira. Maxwell Katambwa Mwelwa. Kamira Naidu. Tiyasha Naidu. Ulika Divina Naidu, cum laude.
The degree is conferred cum laude.
Tobakile Joyce Ngobo. Mbonisi Shepherd Nkosi. James Ruwafa. Christopher Bazila Tambri. Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree of Master of Science in Engineering in Waste and Resource Management, Yusuf Faisal Omaji.
I confer upon you the degree Master of Science in Engineering and Waste and Resource Management.
Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree Bachelor of Science Honours, Pumla Majosi.
I confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Science Honours. Congratulations.
Leklo Glono Pasha. Natalie Pillow. Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree Bachelor of Science, Chemical Engineering, Azar Kasamji.
I confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Science in Engineering with focus on chemical engineering. Congratulations.
Sinitemba Dlamini. Keaton Greaves. Zipo Kuchle Mankele. Lindo Kuchle Nhlongo. Sanele Nchwelu. Ntobeko Pungula. Sumaya Raja. Aman Ramanand. Sibungiseni Sikane. Tandeka Zama. Sydney Zondi. Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree Bachelor of Science Civil Engineering, Amakle Makanya.
I confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering. Congratulations.
Spamandla Mbambo. Simpiwe Mbanjwa. Nashil Mutharam. Obey Sibanda. Pretty Sibia. Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree Bachelor of Science, Computer Engineering, Teshni Singh.
I confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Science in Computing Engineering. Congratulations.
Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree Bachelor of Science, Electrical Engineering, Devishan Chetty.
I confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering. Congratulations.
Spumelele Gumede. Trevor Mkhiz. Pilani Nomnia. Mikash Mudai. Moketsi Ponya. Lichle Tikwayo. Luvo Kaba. Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree Bachelor of Science, Electronic Engineering, Sipho Maziboko.
I confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Science in Electronic Engineering. Congratulations.
Wandile Ngubane.
Congratulations.
Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree Bachelor of Science, Mechanical Engineering, Nabil Kadwa.
I confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Mechanical Engineering. Congratulations.
Michelin van der Jaar.
Congratulations.
Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Agriculture.
I confer upon you the degree
Nondumiso Gwala.
Bachelor of Science in Agriculture.
Nomalungelo Meyiwa. Sandile Sitole. Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Land Surveying. Pakamani Muyeza.
I confer on you the degree of Bachelor of Science. Congratulations.
Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree of Bachelor of Science. Livette Bandu.
I confer on you the degree Bachelor of Science. Congratulations.
Sipesifle Bengo.
Congratulations.
Nolwasi Bengo. Lodeka Biela. Londeka Butelezi. Munke Butelezi. Untokozo Sebekulu. Lindewa Dadla. Nkosiyetu Dadla. Fundiswa Dlamini. Nontle Dlamini. Nosipo Dlamini. Sanelisiwe Dlamini. Sinegugu Dlamini. Mandisa Donkabe. Asanda Dube. Bongu Musa Gasa. Nolwasi Gida. Dalet Goldsmith. Samkelo Guliwe. Ketukutula Gumede. Umbongeni Gumede. Untando Gumede. Okuthle Guadiso. Fisa Abda. Samantha Atmaram. Sinetemba Shlogwani. Mulungisi Shlope. Azra Jadwat. Tembelithe Jali. Zamatungwa Kumalo. Zimlindile Kuzwayo. Suvira Kistan. Leletu Kontile. Simpiwe Kunene. Fese Kalanga. Nolwasi Mabaso. Sandile Mabaso. Tembisile Matlala. Samkele Madondo. Shiluba Maduna. Mandisa Magwaza. Sian Mesri. Nosipo Majeke. Samkeliso Majola. Sinkobile Majola. Tobeka Makaya. Slindile Malevu. Mankoba Malinga. Nombulelo Manyati. Nsebo Manzini. Pinky Mapanga. Luyanda Mapubulo. Tandokuthe Masuku. Sibusiso Matsoso. Sinesipo Masibuko. Andiswa Mbali. Nomfudo Mbata. Spumelele Mbele. Nkobile Mbenze. Sineshlantla Mbokazi. Pumelele Mbongwe. Notando Mtunu. Samkelisiwe Mdunge. Asanda Mugingi. Alisa Michael. Adonis Mukanzi. Moses Mploshwa. Sibongile Mgobezulu. Olana Muguni. Nelisiwe Mtungwa. Mfundo Muyandu. Zetabile Mpanza. Standiwe Musomi. Anel Mutembu. Mandiso Mutembu. Takazani Mutembu. Wendy Mutembu. Busani Mutetwa. Londe Kamutetwa. Anel Mutolo. Pumlile Mushali. Nobufle Mutshiza. Sumbo Munyai. Yoshoda Morugan. Tianka Naika. Patricia Ndebele. Tembisile Ndlela. Nokubongwa Ndlovu. Spepelo Nene. Amafle Ngobo. Mpiwenze Ngobo. Pumlani Ngobo. Buyiselwe Ngobo. Peacemaker Ngubani. Annalisa Ngwani. Banele Njapa. Ongesiwe Njomi. Nomfudo Nkuku. Lungile Nkwayana. Nonsikelelo Ntenga. Nombuyiselo Nxumalo. Lindokuthe Nxumalo. Nomaswasi Unyembe. Amina Piri. Amida Piri. Eden Pile. Jivashni Pile. Curl Pile. Seja Ramcharan. Suhina Ramsurup. Rabia Sata. Bibi Sidat. Ayanda Shangaze. Sindisiwe Shangaze. Dinao Shezi. Nokolo Shezi. Nomfundo Shoba. Nomvuyo Shonga. Lindokuthe Shongwe. Bawindile Shozi. Sinetemba Sibisi. Sishle Sibiya. Talente Sibiya. Zenande Sikrao. Sanele Sima. Londe Kasitole. Kenneth Sotangani. Wandile Tanjekwayo. Kulekani Tsetse. Penny Taba. Ntando Yenkosi Tulu. Sinenkosi Sikalala. Tembelani Zondi. Mpumi Zulu. Mbali Sweni. Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Crop and Horticultural Science, Londiwe Shabango.
I confer the degree Bachelor of Science in Crop and Horticultural Science.
Sizwe Zondo.
Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer degrees on those who have qualified but are not present, and award diplomas and certificates to those who have qualified but are not present, including those that have qualified posthumously.
I confer degrees upon those who have qualified but are not present, and I award diplomas and certificates to those who have qualified but are not present, including those who have qualified posthumously.
Please, will you rise for the dissolution of the congregation and the singing of the national anthem?
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I dissolve this congregation of the University of KwaZulu-Natal.